Hello, everyone. This is Rita Rue of Creative Artmosphere, and I am here today. Let's see here. I didn't think I was going live there for a minute because I kept getting the spinning signal that I was going to go live, but wasn't at that second live. But it appears everything is just great. All right, Creative Artmosphere is dedicated to bring you purpose driven content that will motivate and entertain you with thought provoking conversations. Hopefully, Creative Artmosphere will inspire you to express your unique self through whatever form of creative expression you may have. Whether it's through art, literature, poetry, music, song, or dance, Creative Artmosphere aims to be the catalyst to get your creative juices flowing. Hopefully, your time here today is time well spent. So today I will be charactering a soccer player by the name of Daniel Welbeck, and also known as, I believe, that guy. Um, I'm not familiar with the soccer player Daniel Welbeck, but I was looking for a subject to draw, and I asked my husband to just name a name, and he said that guy. And so I said I was going to Google uh, and see if anything came up under that name, and whoever it was, whoever identifies as that guy, the first person I would draw on this live today. So that's what's going on here now. Turned out to be an actual person with that, or who goes by the name that guy. So here we are with the subject matter of this video. Hope everyone's doing well. So I'm just doing some rough shapes right now, laying in the big forms that I see. See here, a little bit more head shape here in the back. I want to exaggerate this area here, and also want to exaggerate the chin just a tad bit. All right. Hope everyone is doing well today. Let's see here. Let's go down here. All right. Now you want to put in the form of the hair, the shape of the hair as well. Um, see here. All right, that looks pretty good. And from here, let's put in the other side of the neck, right about there. And let's put the sweater on as well, or the shirt collar. All right. Okay, this looks good for the foundation of the character. I'm going to stop right here. All right, making sure. Let's bring this out just a tad bit more. All right, so now I'm going to pick up my fine line uh, marker here and lay in the eye shape first. And let's go to the opposite side of his face and put in that other eye shape. And let's fill it in with his pupils here, or the eyeball. All right, the pupils now. And it's got some reflection of the light right about there. There's the other pupil and the reflection here. Now underneath, go with this shape here. Do the same thing on the other side. And let me put the eyebrows in next. Lightly, they're not dark. Um, they're kind of lightly indicated his eyebrows here. So I'm just gonna do some light marks here. I want to do a slight exaggeration on this one. Let's do, let's do the nose next. That's gonna stop about right here. Nose. So let's go with the shape here and kind of flare out a little bit. The ball of your nose here goes up like that. All right. So I'm just looking at my shapes here. I want to keep it as simple as possible. Keep myself out of putting, well, take myself out of putting a whole lot of detail in the characters. Try to simplify it as much as I can. All right. So now I'm going to put the mouth in. There's a nice amount of space from here, go the shape here, down. And it's kind of smiling there. Slight opening of his lips. Don't see, I don't see any teeth. I just see the darkness of his mouth. So I want to leave a space for his teeth. Maybe I'll put some teeth in there anyway. Now let's put this chin in here. I don't want to make it too long. Did say I wanted to exaggerate some of it there. Put the neck in. So we've got the center portion of the face done, and I'm going to put in the outer uh, shape of his face now. This goes down. His cheek area comes out about right there. In. Let's take this up and around. I'm gonna put the ear in before I get too far away. There's a roundness to it there, almost like a half of a heart shape there. And I think this is enough to give you the indication that this is an ear. Maybe I'll put this here and that's enough. And now, here's the other side of his neck. Let's close that off. Put that shirt on him. Collar is turned a little crooked there. Put a little value there for behind his neck. And let's put that shoulder in. All right. Now I'm going to put in the shape of his hair. There's the line up here. Bring it around. It's faded, so I'm just going to give a slight indication of hair here by filling this area in with dots. And get a little heavier here by the temple area, around to the ear here, or down to the ear. Hope you can see that on the camera. Just keep that going right there. I think that's enough. Let's bring it down. I'm spacing them real close right here to give it more value. And then as I go down, uh, I spread them further apart just to give that appearance of a fade. Okay, let's go back here. And let me round this out some here in the back. Just a bit more. So I'm going to get my kneaded eraser and erase my pencil guidelines that I put in. And once again, this is a footballer named Daniel Welbeck. He's from the UK, and he goes by the name Dat Guy. I just Googled Dat Guy, and this is who popped up. So I said, well, this will be who I do a character of today here on the live. I was at a blank, and I asked my husband for a recommendation of who I should draw as a subject matter, and he said Dat Guy. So Googled it, looked it up, and this guy here popped up. So this is Dat Guy. There were other people who went by the name Dat Guy, but he was the first one to pop up. So he's the lucky model for this live here today, this live session. So what I'm doing right now is just filling in his hair color. I'm just doing a light shading in for right now. And then I'm going to take a little bit down here and lighten it up as I get closer to his ear. I'm just going to draw that in lightly or color it in lightly. I was thinking of doing a color character, but I am going to keep it simple and just do a value sketch. Let me get this here. This is my lumberyard crayon. I'm just going to put some value in with this. Oh, I forgot to put in a beard. He does have a light mustache, very light. Let me put in this here and just give him a couple of more dots around here. You can actually see the stubble on his face, so I don't want to leave that out. He's got more on his chin area, so I'm going to use lines for that. Got somewhat of a goatee. So I'm just going to lightly, about right here, take it around this way and here. Bring it up here. And I think that'll do it for that. Because it's a very light indication of a goatee. Now let's go back to the shadowing. Eye cavity here, shadowing there. Kind of moving around the picture here, putting shadowing in. More shadowing here on this side of his eye. Gets a little lighter on this portion here. Darker underneath his eye. And then on this side of his nose, we've got a little bit more value as well. And right underneath the bulb of his nose, there's shadow. And here, around the cheek area. And the top lip, I'm going to put shadow there. On his bottom lip, I'm going to leave space for a highlight on his lips. And then on the chin area, just a slight line right there. Indicate the cheeks here as well too. Put some color on his ears here. Remembering to follow the shape of each form. And he's got a little bit more shadow right under this area of his neck. I'm going to color this in lightly, but give a little bit more attention to this area here by applying more pressure with the color stick. And I'm going to shade his eyes in here. Let's see, 19 minutes in. I've got to increase or better my time on my speed of drawing characters. It's my goal to do live events, so yeah, I gotta definitely work on my time. All right, let's get a little color on the shirt there. All right, just a little sloppier. Let's see, might not look too bad, but it'll do. So let me put a little bit more value in his hair. I might have to use something else to do that with, but I'm going to apply a little bit more pressure in this area here. See what effect that has. Now there is like a highlight around the top of his head that reflects the light reflects that, makes that hair appear lighter than the body of his hair. So I'm just going to put the pressure right in this area. A little bit more. See, a little bit more color in here. And then the lighting effect takes place right in here and it goes around there. A little bit more pressure here around the temple area. And then I'm going to lighten up as I go down towards the ear. Let's put a little color here on the eyebrows, both sides. All right. A little bit more on this side too as well. And underneath this eye there. Yeah, I hope I didn't. Well, it's a little weird that way, but let me get my Q-tip and or a blending stick. I've got some blending sticks here that will help me. Uh, or I don't like that, so I'm going to lift it with the electric eraser, battery operated, but it's considered electric as just as well. And let's see if I can find my pencil eraser and put a little bit more pressure on this area because I want to lift this circle there. But this lumberyard crayon is laid in pretty well there. So put a little bit more color here and go around and under the nose area there. Come up with it just slightly. Got some value here. All right, and there. Looks a little odd, but let's see. What can I do here? I don't want to go too far and to the point where we're at no return and have to start over again. Should I just stop right here and move on to something else? I'll put the value here on the jawline and a little value here on the chin as well. I don't want to leave it too void of value. And it looks a little odd. So I'm just going to apply a little bit more value up here towards the hairline. Add a little bit more pressure to the color stick. Take it around here and down to the jawline. Put a little bit more color on the top lip. And right up under the eye cavity here on the upper portion of the cheek. Very lightly close that up some. Same over here. Let's put a little value right here where the goatee is. Mustache area as well. Now, let me get this and see if I can rub in or blend what's going on here. I might be able to do that better with a piece of paper towel as well. So let me just smooth in this area and see if that changes the effect any. I think I went too heavy here. So let's see if I can fix that by just ever so lightly bringing this down from. That was a harsh uh, difference in value there. So I just want to smooth it out and give him a little bit more value in his forehead so it's not as obvious. Take it down here, temple. Want to color in the shape of the form. So the cheeks are not, they're rounded. So I'm going a round shape. Head is round. I should have, instead of going straight down like this, I should have just colored in a round uh, shape of his head. This is rounded. So instead of just coloring straight up and down, I'll color it in a rounded area or color it like that. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Hopefully I am. This is a round portion of his eye there. So I'll go like this. So that would stand out. Cheek area here. A little bit more value there underneath his eye. So I'm pressing a tad bit harder with, and then there's a crease right there. So I'm giving a little bit more pressure there. And as I get to the outer portion of the cheek, I want to give a little bit more pressure there because that also shows the roundness of this area. His jawline goes straight down and around towards his chin. Then the temple area here. There's a roundness to that as well. Um, let's see. I want to go a little bit darker here. And let me go to this side of his face. I want to give a little bit more shape to that chin with value. And underneath this area here. So I'm really just talking it out to myself uh, as I speak it. I'm doing what I envision how it should be. And hopefully it'll come out halfway decent. So I'm just talking myself through this character here, giving it value with the shading. And I think I'll stop right here. I think that's fine enough. And as I say that, I go to the ear and put in more value. So I'll just keep going until I'm ready to stop. I should be ready to stop right about now. Yeah. All right. I'll stop with this one. And let's see. I don't have another drawing pulled up. I could do another, but this was the subject here, the sky, Daniel Welbeck, and that's my cartoon version of him. And this has been Rita Root of Creative Atmosphere. I might come back once I find another person to draw and do a little bit more practice. But I want to thank you each and every one for tuning in. This has been Rita Root of Creative Atmosphere. Bye for now.